Okay, so in the midst of this game of Dune, I'm going to slip over to a game of the Duel, actually. Two of them from Canley battles that have shown up over in that Dune game. If you want to see the context this is within, this is going to be posted on BGG over on the Duel section, because it's really an example of play of that. But if you want to see the whole playthrough, it's over in the Dune section, except for the stuff where I did Spice Harvest. One thing I wanted to note that's kind of interesting, I forgot the Harkonnen have the Cone of Silence in their hand. Now this, I think, would have duplicated the exact situation that, or almost, of maybe the last game of Dune that I played, and certainly the only time that I played it with Duel and Spice Harvest in an opposed setting. Someone, I think, played the Cone of Silence to prevent any alliances in the first Nexus, and that created a War of Assassins. That War of Assassins ended up with a number of players committing their main leader, including the Bene Gesserit, who got knocked out of the game and ended up winning it because of that. But yeah, it was a situation where someone had a commanding lead like the Fremen did, could have made an alliance and won the game off of that alliance. That's what it looks like is liable to happen here. Instead, they ended up making the stab and winning. I don't remember who was what, but it was very infuriating to see the Cone of Silence come out and prevent any alliances from forming and then going into a War of Assassins. That's not to be, though. The Harkonnen didn't remember that they had that card, or I didn't remember they had that card. So we're going to go over to the Duel. This should be fun. So it's important to choose the correct leaders here. The Fremen are making a Canley. They're planning on using Stilgar for it. They have other leaders here. They're going to play their 3-point to shut up mopes over here in favor of the guild. The Harkonnen look at theirs. They say, I may be making an attack this turn. If I do, I'll probably be using Flip Rautha. I'll put the Beast Rob on in favor. I could use the extra cash. The Bene Gesserit, well, they want to use someone that they're not sure of. They're sure of two. Let's randomize this because they're all the same. 1, 2, 3. They'll send Lady Fenring into this. Now, she could die because of that. She's got to be here somewhere. Okay, am I missing? Oh, there she is. We don't have her full name there. And the Emperor. The Emperor, well, he's not involved in any of these. He might launch an attack. He's going to put Captain Arasham in. He wants to keep Fenrig, but he's pretty sure this is going to be won by the guild, I guess. He could really use the cash. That's one of his reasons for going for it. Okay. Now back to the little fight. Okay, when I did my rules introduction for the Duel, I think I screwed up, and I started playing screwed up, came back. So there might be a little bit of discontinuity between the first and just a little earlier than this. This is my explanation for it. But you get to make 2 actions in a turn normally, and those are, I hate rules like this. I like my numerical and not all divided up. But those come up to, this is a simple enough game, I should know it, but you can move or play a card, move a leader twice, or play 2 cards instead of what I thought, which was only 1 action each. Each time you move in, you get a card, though. So that's powerful. So what our friends... who knows what I actually said, but here's what we've got. We've got the 10 backing it up. We've got the leaders who are betting on this. We've got... I'm going to draw a card. And I draw another card. And I can't play any of those. Now that leaves us to these guys. They move in, draw a card. They have an attack left. Now here, they could move in and draw another card, and that would give them some power. I think that's what they want to do, and they get a defense card. Now we go over to our Atreides, who have 2 defensive cards, no attack cards. They're gonna move out. That doesn't do anything. And now the question is, do they want either of these? Neither of them actually helps them. They don't have a defense in either case. So you know what they're going to do instead? They're going to play a block card. And oh boy, I got to get the little counters for it. Hold on. And they're going to place that block here, and then they're going to move out. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Now over here for him, he has an attack left and a poison left. He would like to be here because he's to the left of that. He can't just move here and then move. What he's going to do, he's back here. He's got to move out. He could get another card. That would help him. Poison attacker from left. I never remember how these go order-wise. From left, you know, they don't have a good diagram on them. They don't have any easy way. Poison attack. The attacking leader would have to have played an attack right, since your leader would be to his or her right. So that would be in this space. So I kind of have an advantage. I'll draw a card here because I think I'm safe from the opponent there. And I get a mover attack 3. That'll allow me to play that card, I don't know, in order to do something. But, you know, because I have 2 instead of 1, I'm not sure if that just means I play that card and then I get, well, obviously I don't get 2 more. That wouldn't help any at all. So it's got to be 3 additional plays after that. So that's great. Okay, we're over here. He has an in and an out, both poisons. I'm going to move here. I'll draw myself a card. I get a thrown knife. That's a nice card. I'll back up. Great. Okay. Now it's on him. An attack left. That would allow me to attack from this location. I could do a mover attack 3. I'm going to play that. I'm going to move. That's 1. I'm going to attack left. That's my second card. Now, I don't have a way to cope with that defensive-wise. So here, I turn up. I do 5 points of damage with my attack. I kill Duncan Idaho because he only has 2. And I have no spice to back it up. So Duncan is dead. He will go in the tanks. And at the end of this, what happens? I don't know. It's not it's not easy to find anything in these rules because they're just written. When you make an attack, you must reveal your damage. The spice goes to you. So he's going to get 2 spice, but this is over behind his screen. I'm trying to figure out what happens to the spice you commit. It's just not well ordered. Alright, I'll have to keep looking through these rules. Basically, in order to find any piece of information in these little things, you have to read the entire damn sheet of 2 sheets of rules to find where anything is. I don't know, and it may not exist. It may not tell me whether or not I get this back. So let's just keep going, eh? Yeah, it doesn't say. So the net effect of all of that? Well, Duncan Idaho's in here. The guild has added 2 spice. They didn't lose what they committed into this. And now each of these players who bet on the guild, because Atreides said, I'm not going to win. Now, if he did, he would hurt some of his allies, of course. But essentially, $3 goes to the Fremen, who really don't need the extra money. They have plenty of money to back themselves up. $5 goes to the Bene Gesserit, who could definitely use the extra money. $5 goes to the Emperor, and you must bet. That's what's kind of weird here. So it would be kind of cool if you had the option not to, but you absolutely must, and 4 to the Harkonnen. Now, we have another one. We have another Canley to handle here, which is the one between the Fremen, and the Fremen want to win this one. They are going to put $10 and Stilgar on the line. The Bene Gesserit hate the idea of losing one of their leaders. Of course, they don't want to lose the game altogether. They still have a chance at winning this game. But if they put this in, that may be a huge bonus. So I'll roll. On a 1, I decide to go all out. I do. I'm going to put the revved up Mother Mohanan in, and I'm going to put 10 bucks because there's no reason not to. I look at my duel card and make sure I don't have something terrible. Okay. And there, we're going to go there. Now, who's willing to bet on this? The revved up Mother says, I got a shot. Everybody's got to bet. Ooh. All right, let's take a look at that. First player who has to choose is the Atreides. They don't like their choices. They would like to bet something weak. They'll bet Gurney Halleck on the Bene Gesserit. Things aren't going to go well for us if we don't... Actually, they would like to defeat the Bene Gesserit. They would like to get the points, the money. You know what? We're going to bet on the Bene Gesserit, because if the Bene Gesserit win, we get something good that'll help us win. If they lose, our alliance is strengthened greatly because the Bene Gesserit are probably the greatest combat advantage that that other alliance has. For the guild, what are we willing to bet? We're going to bet Staben Tuk. We were willing to lose him. We want him on the Bene Gesserit because, well, they say they're going to try to win. Now, the fact that they said that lets the Freeman kind of know they're going to be facing something impressive here. We go over to the Hardshargen. They're willing to put Beast Rabban up again. The Emperor? The Emperor thinks they have no chance if the Bene Gesserit lose here, or less of a chance. But they're not sure they want to commit Arasham to this. So they'll put Burseg. They don't have Burseg any information on him. Basically, Basher's the only one they know anything about. They don't want to put one of their better leaders here. This is less of a certain thing. When one player says, I'm not going to even try to win, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to walk away losing. Alright, over to the next room, handle the duels for that. And here we have our setup with Stilgar back here. He's got his 10 bucks in support. 10 bucks in support for the revved up Mother as well. And Stilgar gets to go first. He's going to take 2 quick draws. And we go to the revved up Mother. Now, she has an attack out. She also wants to draw 2 quick cards. She does get to see that one first, so that's actually where she wants to go. Pity that she drew this afterwards. This would have been a better first choice. She can't do that. So now, the Freeman. The Freeman like in and out. If we go out, we can draw another card. That looks like the best we can get. We get an attack right, which is kind of cool. It's in position. Over to the Bene Gesserit. Let's open up with an attack left. He has no poison right, so he gets hit. She has to reveal herself. She's a 10. Bang! This cash goes over to the Bene Gesserit, and things are looking bad. Now they have a second turn, and she could pull back and get away or go here. Now, I'm going to kind of randomize that because knowing what the Freemen have makes that kind of obvious. Moving here would position me so that I can come back in. But I got a poison marker here. So that's actually more applicable. I'm going to drop here. It gives me my attack out if he goes in. I think that's the best I can do. Over to Stilgar. He's kind of sweating it at this point. Does he have an attack left? No, he doesn't. He has an attack in and out and right. He wants to do some damage. He's going to pull back and he's going to make an attack in on her. She does not have a poison, so he's flipped over, and her 7 is going to come up. Now, I don't have enough change, so I have to go get my box again. And let's see. 7, 8, 9, I'll make up for these. These counters that don't look like they appear from this game, those are actually out of, I think, Rise and Decline of the Third Reich. The 7 comes over here. That's not part of his backing. It's just cash he's collected. That puts us on the revved up mother again. She has an attack. She thinks she can kill him. There's a chance she could die, but not really. Not unless he has something that would prevent the damage, and I don't think there is such. She's going to swing and hits, kills Stilgar. He's worth $7 to her. So we'll give him 7. Or her 7. Revved up mother is fine. She recuperates. And this is where we have it. $7 going to the Freeman. And a big pile, I guess, 17. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. $17 going to the revved up mother. That gives her a lot of ability. She can bring troops in, etc. That's what's kind of interesting about this one. This little addition is you can throw a lot more spice into the game. You don't have your leaders die quicker. And in a way, that's kind of cool, too, because you can bring them back from the tanks that way. So you can get your good leaders back if they die in battle or in here. All right. Well, let's load this one up. Well, let me go back to the table, show the events, and then we'll load it. And what do we have? Everybody but everybody voted on the winning side again. So $3 more for the Emperor. Remember, you lose your leader if this doesn't happen. 4 for the Harkonnen. 5 for Staben Tulk. And 4 for Gurney Halleck. Now, well, we're still in the middle of a spice blow, but we have these big alliances in play that could signify the end of the game. We have the Freeman Atreides Alliance, and we have Guild Bene Gesserit Harkonnen. Go back to the main play of the game, probably repeat myself a little bit there, and onward.